Day 625. It's about 11:12 at night, p.m. Yeah. Back in the hospital. Good times. More chemo starts tomorrow. But that's not really what I'm here to talk about. I have a lot of free time in here, and I watch the TV, and they don't have extensive cable, so I watch a lot of broadcast television. And in the broadcast television, a lot of it's news. At least that's the stuff that I only really want to watch, because daytime television, for the most part, is just not my cup of tea. I'll watch a couple of game shows, but yeah, not really big on watching court shows, reality shows, talk shows, and soap operas, which is pretty much the extent of daytime television other than news. But even the news is really kind of sad and pathetic. They seem to talk more about... they have the local news, that's fine. Keeps you informed about what's going on locally. And they'll focus on that. Like today, they were talking about... Well, it actually happened yesterday, but they were following up on an officer that got shot by some guy. And they had to punch a hole in the building just to get access to him. They found that in the firefight, or perhaps maybe he shot himself. I don't know. Who knows? He was found with a weapon next to him. But that was news that was probably newsworthy. But most of the news they report on is, most people know this. Local news is just a fucking, pardon my French, bunch of junk. You don't hear very much about the important news that's going on. You don't hear that much about the fact that there's, strife and potential war in the Middle East right now. The fact that we've got the no-fly zone in Libya dealing with Gaddafi. They mention it. That's the thing. They mention it briefly. It's like a 20-second blurb, but they spend more time on things like Charlie Sheen, or Lindsay Lohan, or celebrity news, which is just garbage. It's not important. We have such a skewed view of priorities. And a lot of people like to throw the blame on the networks. They're like, they're just going for ratings. But you know what? Okay, sure, you could maybe blame a little bit of them on ratings. But you know what? They're a business. And they cater to a crowd of people. And unfortunately, there's such a wide variety of stupid people in our nation. And I'm not saying that everybody that likes celebrity news is stupid. That's not the case. But there's a large amount of uninformed people, and it just seems like the uninformed don't want to be more informed, which it boggles my brain. But these networks, news networks, they will go with where the money goes. And if people are watching the news for stories of Charlie Sheen and stories of celebrities or whatever, that's what they're going to report, So people can't really complain at the news networks. They're just doing what a business does, catering to their market. So really, to eliminate this kind of crap television that we have, we as a people need to be more interested in what's really going on, and not to pay so much attention to ridiculous stories of celebrities. Not pay attention to the gossip of the day, because that's so not important. It's not. I don't care what you try to argue. It's not important. A celebrity's life is not important to the grand scheme of humanity, okay? Unless a celebrity came up with some fantastic invention or came up with some new philosophy to help the world, it's just not important. So we as a human force need to reassess our priorities a little bit and pay more attention to what we really need to know, and filter out this crap, or we'll just be numb and easily distracted by whatever the news networks think we want to watch. And as long as we give them their feedback, they know it. And they've gotten really good at it. They've been doing it for nearly 100 years. Media knows how to manipulate people. It's their business.